What's up, everybody? It's me again, YouTube. I've recorded a video prior to this one, but the software which I'm using to record video, I believe it's also part of the technical. I had like technical difficulties. So I shot the first video. The first video, I forgot to unmute my mic, so I spoke like for 15 minutes and going yapping on and on. And then I found like there's no voice in the video, so I recreated the second video, but I believe I've reached the limit of the capability of my device. So when it was capturing the audio, it was a bit of breaking up. So I just decided just to do like an audio only video, audio only. Perhaps you must see my face again in the near future when I upgrade my recording software and device. Actually, I believe it's device because I'm using a very shitty computer right now. It's not even a computer. So today's topic really is about walkthrough guides and let's plays and how they enhance they enhance the effect on the whole video game experience. So I'm gonna roll you back and take you guys back to 2010 when I was during that time I was really playing like these Ubisoft games, let's say Assassin's Creed, Prince of Persia, and maybe some games from Go Over. But apart from all of this, the most memorable one was Prince of Persia Warrior Within. I believe it's the second game from the franchise of Prince of Persia. If you're gonna remove those Metroidvania kinda type games, I'm just speaking like real games. So Prince of Persia Warrior Within is a video game about how the after effects of the outcomes of the prince using the sands of time, and now there's a deity who's like the manager of destiny in time, who's trying to find him and basically erase him from existence as he's abusing of time over and over again to change destiny. So most of the games, apart from the story sequence and cutscenes, it's a chess sequence where the hacker, the time deity, who is chasing you across time and space. So like you're basically, it's parkour on steroid because you kind of have this urgency because someone is chasing you. So sometimes it's a bit difficult, and I believe 11 or 12-year-old me was playing this game, so some of the puzzles and how to traverse the grounds was it was too much for me. So I used to Google or what to do next after that, and then they used to have these websites where they'll post walkthroughs, and it's not, they don't even post videos. Those post like screenshots, like frame by frame on what actually you're supposed to do, and some description on what you are supposed to do. So I used to read these blogs and then just get over the hurdle over that, but really, so now in retrospective, I'm trying to think like, did I deprive myself of the experience and euphoria and the passion you get after finding stuff out, figuring out for yourself? I believe they kind of did rob me of that. But walkthroughs and guys, there, I'm not really cheating on them, but sometimes like here's a contrast to what I just said. Uh, in 2013, I believe I I played the GTA San Andreas because I got that at that during that time. So when I was playing, there's this mission where you're supposed to chase a plane which is about to take off, and then you're on the bike and you're supposed to chase a plane which is about to take off, and then you enter the plane. So the way I used to approach it, because it takes you like a bit farther from the airstrip, so I used to go like across. And so like when you do that, you usually never catch up to that plane, and that was my strategy over and over again. So I got stuck on this mission for months on end, like 6 months plus 6 months, I believe. Well, the trick was you're supposed to get behind the plane and when you're just chasing it, the speed will increase by itself. So you'll definitely just catch up the plane. But that mission, I go stuck in for 6 months. But when I figured it out by myself, what I felt livid. I felt amazing. I felt like I was Einstein and some shit. Like my brain was like boom, like nigga, you're him. But really, that's beside the point, really. So in contrast, I believe sometimes you get frustrated when you get stuck in these puzzles, and then you just tend to waste your time over and over again. But the caveat to that, eh, I believe if you are short on time, like right now I'm an adult, so I got work and got my day job, so I don't have as much as free time as I used to have in the past to play video games. For starters, I haven't played games since July of 2024, so it's almost 2 years I haven't touched the console or even PC even once for video games. So and probably I'm way too busy. So I believe like if you have walkthroughs and guys, they kinda like because if you watch my previous videos, I say like gameplay is 50%. I believe the story is 50% because sometimes after you figure out every mechanics of the game, usually the story it's the only thing keeps you hooking on to come back over and over to the game. Like, okay, I need to finish, I want to know what happened to my character or the hero you're playing as. So yeah, so sometimes yeah, I'm short on work, I got stuck on this stupid puzzle. There's no clear instructions. Sometimes the puzzles are clearly designed in a weird way. So like, and sometimes it's the puzzles that are gatekeeping you from the rest of the main mission of the campaign. So like, sometimes I just hop online and watch on walkthroughs, but I don't do that anymore really. As I've grown older, I've grown to become more patient because I don't care if I don't finish a game in 3 years. Eventually I have to finish it. So but for me, so walkthroughs, they're very good when they're done well, and sometimes they're really deprive you of that moment, and sometimes they can be like an entry to a new whole world. Like for starters, for my entry in these from software games, I believe in 2020, in 2012, uh, I believe Dark Souls came out, if not Demon Souls. And everywhere on the internet, everyone said like these games are difficult, hardcore difficult games, they are brutal, this and that. So in my mind I built that mindset that these games are difficult, so I did never want to touch this game. I saw like, okay, these games are not for me, they're fucking hard, and I don't have time for this bullshit. So I never even considered playing these games. But my entry to FromSoftware game was actually Bloodborne, their magnum opus. So, but some people say Elden Ring is their magnum opus, but most people they can agree it's Bloodborne. And the only reason I played Bloodborne because I just fresh out came up for play this game. It was called The Vampire by Don't Nod Studios, I believe. It was about this Dr. Reed who was a doctor, then he was got infected by vampirism, and then you basically deal with the morality of being a healer and then consuming people or healing people of their vampirism or consuming them in order to get more powerful and traverse the environment better.
Oh, yes. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yarnum is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yarnum blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
So like when I saw Bloodborne and it was on sale on PSN like for $10, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the thing, and then I just got it. I play from the start, beginning of the game, up until you climb that ladder, and then when you get through that alley where they're torching that beast on the bonfire there. The guys, I never gone past that because every time I got to that point, I get killed, and then I come back. And I'm not really a patient gamer, so I'm not like thoroughly. I wasn't a thorough person who checks like every nook and cranny. So like those monstrosities, most of the time they'll just come out of nowhere and then they kill me. And then after that, my weapon break, and I didn't know you're supposed to go back to the winter's dream, to the hunter's dream. I didn't know you're supposed to do that. So then I started losing my experience. I didn't know you're supposed to lose your experience in video games. It was really hard, and then I just let it go. I was like, I didn't even know like the game. I just let it go for like 3 months after that. Then I believe I was watching YouTube videos, and then I saw like a let's play uh, by Fighting Cowboy. Man, after watching him the way to play, he basically told me how to play these games, and I like that guy. I like his commentary on video games when he's in on his let's play. So like he introduced me to all these other new words. So like yeah, these guides in let's play and walkthroughs, they can be important, but I believe like if you're a veteran player, you should really try to figure things out for yourself. Or sometimes like let's play nowadays, I don't watch anymore for the sake of figuring out what I'm supposed to do in the video game, but I watch them to just like experiencing the game again for the second time, because like I'm watching this fool another person go through his journey, and then I'm comparing it to mine. That's why I watch it sometimes. But I used to watch there's a lot of good creators. There's Fighting Cowboy, Asmon Gold, before he turned to a political commentator. He was a very good his let's play is also very good, because he's a basic American. He looks like the titular American person. So he has that. Oh, he looks like a Danvers. That's what I'm saying. I'm not calling American Dan, but he does. But he's actually smart. I believe he's playing them. So Asmongo, I watch TB Sky, and he does this let's play, and then does like a low breakdown as he's playing the game. So very good. I like this mode of videos. Oh, he's yeah, he uploads very slowly. Apart from her, there's Cambo Nano, okay, and Matthias Gago. I believe those are the few I can just name on the top of the dome. So like watching these let's plays, I get to experience the game like all over again for the second time and third time and fourth time. Yeah, so that's what just want to say about this one. If you like what you hear, for heart you heard so far, please like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I want to build a community where I'll be proud and say like, okay, because I was really planning to do like this YouTube thing since 2017. As you can see, my channel is I made it in 2017. I used to post these silly videos, and then school happened, life happened, and I lost confidence, and then a lot of things happened. But aside from that, I'm just gonna apply this. I'm gonna do this for myself, for passion, or for money or anything. Though money will be good, but I'm just doing this for myself, as I believe 7 years is a lot of time to put something away. So that's all. Peace out. Massive shout out to his absolute legend, Riley Hansaker, for providing me with the FromSoftware video montage, and other several creators which are named, because this video is a week too long. So massive shout out to everyone who's providing me with the assets and to do this. Peace out.